Yeah, you know what? This is not even a question for me. I could have asked this question last year, but to go to James Palmer's point, I mean, it's all embodied in the quarterback, Josh Allen, and he's absolutely right. It's not so much the accuracy, which obviously the numbers point to. He's completing the football almost 70% of the time, but it is the decision making. And you guys have heard me on this show for the last couple of years talk about Josh Allen being able to calm down because in critical situations, he turns the football over. And now this year, we've seen him grow. We've seen the maturation process. He has grown into that leader. He has grown into that guy. Guys, this past week, I have a radio show here locally in Richmond, Virginia. I'm on with a guy by the name of Wes McElroy, and we talked to one of the safeties for the Bills, Dean Marlowe. And Dean talked about at practice how Josh challenges not only the offense, but the defense, not only to just be good, but to be great. And him coupled with that personality and Stefon Diggs has just made this whole offense and this team come together. And again, like I said before, it's all embodied in Josh Allen. So to answer your question, Jane, hell yeah, they can win the Super Bowl. And actually, I expect it.
M-Rob, you're absolutely right. I say yes as well, man. Being around you for these last couple of years, president of Bills Mafia, you've definitely rubbed off on me. But when I cut the tape on and I watched the Buffalo Bills play, they went from a couple years ago from a dominating defense that offensively would turn the football over, would make mistakes, to now still a dominating defense, and an offense that's explosive. And the biggest part of that is Stefon Diggs. And I've watched Stefon Diggs grow from a receiver in Minnesota that would still go out there and challenge you and could win one-on-ones to one of the top receivers in the league. I think the top 1, 2, or 3 in the National Football League. And yes, I said it. Stefon Diggs is a top 3 receiver in this league. The way he wins one-on-one matchups, he just makes Josh Allen's job so easy. When he needs a play to be made, Stefon Diggs goes out and makes a play for this Buffalo Bills offense. So absolutely, man, the Bills can win a Super Bowl.
I am tempted to say yes. And not just because our producers would be in a tizzy because everybody else is saying yes and they like some disagreement here. No, I'm tempted to say yes because I've said about this Bills team the last couple of years that they win the games they're supposed to win, but those games, those litmus test games, they haven't been winning those. Well, they've actually done a little bit of that this year, and they beat Pittsburgh. Now, I understand that Pittsburgh's kind of tailing downward a little bit here right now, but that was a game that you needed to show me you can win. They did show me that they can win, but they didn't win that Tennessee game early in the year. They didn't win that Kansas City game early in the year, so there's still a little bit of that. Are they 1 year away? Are they right on the doorstep? Can they make that? I know you can't be perfect. I'm not asking them to be perfect, Mike Rob. I'm asking them to win that game you're seeing right now. So, you know, I still am a little hesitant right now. And really from a statistical standpoint, there's one thing that bothers me. They are 15th in points allowed. The last time a Super Bowl champ was ranked that low in points allowed was 2011 with the Giants, who were ranked 25th. And they really turned it on as they got to week 16, 17 into the playoffs. Now, Buffalo's been showing a little bit of a sign that they have been able to do that on that side of the ball. They had some new pieces. They're starting to gel. So maybe they're about to shut me up over the next couple of weeks here and prove me wrong. But I need to see a little bit more in that area to say, all right, they're on that upper echelon and they can go beat Kansas City.
Leave it to Mikey G to wet blanket our enthusiasm, guys, and hit us with some stat knowledge. Here's what I'll say. I mean, you were talking a little bit about the defense there. I look at their last 3 games, G. Like, they've only allowed fewer than 25 points in those games. I think the biggest thing is you're seeing Tre'Davious White start to turn around. He only had 1 interception in weeks 1 through 10, had 2 in that span. And so then we were talking about Josh Allen and I think his improved accuracy. In fact, if you want to sort of dig into that a little bit deeper, our boy that used to be at the NFL Network, Albert Breer's got an awesome podcast on that, talking about Tony Romo of all people was the guy that got in his ears and sort of helped him adjust his accuracy. So I think, again, it's all about when teams begin to catch fire. I think they're catching fire at the right time. And I just love their mentality. They've got some workhorses. They've got some dogs there. Obviously, I covered Cole Beasley here in Dallas. I just think there's a swag about this group. There's a confidence. And I loved last year, Josh Allen reminding us that there is only one true New York team. One of my favorite places to cover a game.